Hi Aquarius, welcome to your love reading for December 2019. You did have quite a few jumping cards. Let me show you what they are. When I saw these cards, I thought I have to show the sign of Aquarius because they're basically all one big message for you. Page of Pentacles from this deck. Seven of Pentacles from this deck. All leading to the Eight of Wands. And from the first deck, you had the Ace of Swords. So basically what I see here, this is like one giant message for the sign of Aquarius. The Page of Pentacles, this is someone who's looking at something very carefully, someone that is maybe looking at your relationship, your marriage, their feelings for you. And we see someone here kind of tiptoeing around a decision. This is someone who is trying to be very careful about what they're going to do next. And this all leads to the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, this is some type of very exciting message for you, communication, or some type of exciting development that you've been waiting for a really long time. Now from this deck, you had the Ace of Swords. So this represents clarity. Like somebody is finally clear on how they feel about you, what they want from you. This can also be someone completely changing their mind. Like I said, these are all just jumping cards, but I feel like this is something that somebody out there definitely needs to hear this. Okay, let's go ahead and put them back in the deck and begin the reading. Okay, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what is coming up for you as far as your love life for December 2019. I forgot to show you at the bottom of the deck, you guessed it, the Seven of Pentacles again. Someone is being very careful. Somebody is weighing their options and trying to decide what they're going to do next. Okay, this is a love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December 2019. You're starting off with Death. This is the love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. King of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. Ten of Coins. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. Seven of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. The Tower. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. Queen of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. Six of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. The Emperor. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for December. And the Eight of Coins. Okay, what's the most important thing that Aquarius needs to hear about their love life for December 2019? The message that you have, Aquarius, is Judgment. So Judgment is basically telling you that there is a chance for a new beginning for you. To me, the Judgment card is a card for exes because it does represent a relationship rising from the ashes, a relationship coming back to life. It can also just be a new beginning for you. So let's go ahead and come back to this card and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's start at the top. If you would like a private reading with me, just scroll down and you'll see a link to my website, channeledguidance.com. Okay, so basically what we see here is your energy right smack in the middle. You have the King of Swords, which would represent you as an air sign. And you are surrounded by Death and the Ten of Coins. So for some of you, there can be a very significant relationship coming in for you because the Death card, this is something dramatic. This is a very significant ending and new beginning for you. The Death card can represent the sign of Scorpio, but for most of you, this is just some type of maybe a new person coming into your life that changes everything. Maybe this is a person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, since you do have a marriage card on this side of your energy. You have the Ten of Coins, which does represent a relationship, stability. This is a relationship that is solid. So for some of you, you could be meeting this person, but if you're already coupled and you're going through a lot of problems, the Death card can represent that there is a huge change in that relationship. Remember, the main energy for you is Judgment. So this is a chance at, a new beginning with the person that you're with. This could be something huge changing between you, especially with the Death card here. Maybe that person finally has a sense of clarity. Think back to the jumping cards that you had. They were all, that was one big synchronicity. The Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. It's like somebody has finally kind of understood maybe what you mean to them. I just feel like there is some type of dramatic change here, a significant new beginning that maybe is leading to an engagement, a marriage, or a long-term relationship for the sign of Aquarius. Now, if we move on to the next row here, you have a water sign around you. You have the Queen of Cups, which would be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. You have the Tower, and you have the Seven of Swords here. And I feel like if you're connected with a water sign, again, it can be a moon or rising. It can even represent your energy if you have a moon or rising and a water sign. I feel like there's a need to be cautious here. For some of you, there can be a very unexpected relationship that comes up for you in the month of December. Because you have the Tower here, and the Tower is kind of like a neutral message depending on what is next to it. And for you, you have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can be deceit. It can be actually in the form of somebody lying to you, and it could be someone who is a water sign, or someone who's in a very emotional place if they're not a water sign. But the Seven of Swords can also be self-deceit. There's something that you don't want to see. You're convincing yourself of something that is not true. I feel like kind of that type of behavior where somebody is lying can lead to kind of a big change for you that is not good for you with the Tower. A very kind of dramatic change that is actually kind of working against you. Again, by making a very unwise decision here with the Seven of Swords, you're actually working against your own happiness, because you do have a chance here with the main energy being the Judgment card at a new beginning, or perhaps for some of you, maybe even a new relationship. Make sure that you're just not lying to yourself with the Seven of Swords, that you're not running away from something that you need to face. And again, this could all be connected to someone who is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Now, if you look at this bottom row here, and I will hold them up for you, you have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is basically telling you that you can succeed in the month of December. You can overcome any obstacles that have been blocking you. You have the Emperor here telling you take back your power. Maybe you've given someone way too much power over you to where, you're confused. Maybe you're making excuses for them with the Seven of Swords. Maybe, you're covering up for them. You're covering up their lies. Whatever it is that they're not coming through for you, the Emperor is saying take back your power. This is time for you to take control of your love life. Take charge. And if you do that, you do have the sense of victory around you for the month of December. You also have the Eight of Coins here. Now, the Eight of Coins is telling you that you need to, in order to work on a relationship or maybe a marriage that is having a lot of problems right now, you do have to, kind of take control of the situation for you to work on this energy here. You have the Eight of Coins. Actually, I just realized that this is the Three of Coins, which that kind of changes the message a little bit, because this is saying that you're actually doing all the work, especially seeing this next to the Emperor. The Three of Coins is teamwork, effort, working together. So I feel like you're doing everything that you can maybe to fix a relationship, and somebody is not kind of working with you. So I feel like this is connecting to the Seven of Swords. Maybe, by making excuses for someone, by not maybe acknowledging that they're, maybe doing something to hurt the relationship or the marriage. Then again, you're being your own worst enemy by covering up for them. Okay, let's get a few more cards to see what else comes out for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Aquarius for December? Four of Coins. Queen of Swords. Interesting. So your energy is strong here. Or maybe there could be another air sign. You've got the King of Swords here, the Queen of Swords here, and the Lovers. I feel like the sign of Aquarius is really trying to hold on to a relationship. That's probably why you have the Seven of Swords. Look at the cards that I just pulled for you. I mean, you have the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords here. So again, for some of you, because it's a general reading, you're going to have to really use your intuition. What does this mean for me? For some of you, maybe you're connected to another air sign, another Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. If you're not, then this means that your energy is strong in the month of December. That's why you have the Emperor here, saying take back your power, take control. Because I feel with this card coming up, you're doing all the work. The Three of Coins means that you have to work together. And if you're the one doing all the work, then you're actually working against your own happiness, the Seven of Swords. So I feel like here we have the Four of Coins. The sign of Aquarius is desperately trying to hold on to a relationship. It's desperately maybe trying to hold on to a marriage. And you have the Lovers here. The Lovers can definitely represent the sign of Gemini. But this just shows me that you really want this relationship. I mean, you're holding on to it for a reason. You don't want to let this person go. You feel like they are the one. This is a significant relationship. Maybe you want this person to be the long-term relationship that we see here. I just feel like so far from what I see here, the sign of Aquarius, like you have a chance in the month of December for a relationship that maybe is not perfect to actually have this huge transformation that we have here from the Judgment card. A new beginning, a second chance, a relationship rising from the ashes, and this huge transformation that you started with the Death card. There is a chance for a relationship or a marriage to actually have a huge change, or again, maybe you have been doing all the work, and by doing that, you're actually working against the relationship. Maybe you're making excuses for someone, for their lousy behavior, for their lies. You're being told in the month of December, take back your power. Okay, let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Aquarius for December? Six of Swords. Eight of Cups. The Chariot. What's the most important thing that Aquarius needs to hear about their love life for December 2019? You have the Strength card. So the Strength card can represent the sign of Leo, but you're also being told to be brave, to be strong. Don't give in to negativity. Don't let your ego, your fears get the best of you. This means that you're going to have the guts to keep moving forward. And I do see that here. You have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, this is you moving forward into a much healthier place. For some of you, it can be a healthier relationship, especially if you have someone who is lying to you, because you do have the Seven of Swords underneath the Chariot. Or maybe, you have a relationship where you're the one doing all the work. You have the Three of Coins here. For some of you, you could be choosing, just looking at these three cards here, you do have the Goodbye card. Someone choosing to move on. So some of you could be choosing to leave a relationship because maybe you feel like you need something better. You need something healthier. But for others, it can be that maybe you have a chance in the month of December to work together as a couple, as a team here, to leave behind certain issues from the past that you have to move past them. You just have to if you want to stay together. You have a chance here in the month of December to be in a much healthier place. So I feel like if you're able to leave the past in the past and move on, which is this card, you have the Victory card, Major Arcana, the Chariot, which means this is victory. This is your relationship continuing to move forward, or a marriage continuing to move forward. But this card only comes up when you're actually doing the work. You're being very persistent, determined, refusing to give up. So I feel like for the sign of Aquarius, let me just kind of look over the reading here before we move on to the X spread. I feel like there's a relationship that you want to hold on to really, really tight. Like you're not letting go of this person. I see that here with the Four of Coins. This is a relationship you want very much. I feel like there could be something unexpected that happens for you in the month of December with the Seven of Swords and the Tower. Keep in mind that just seeing this combination in itself tells me that for some of you, you could be finding out someone lied. I know, not a popular thing to say in a reading, but I feel like if somebody has been dishonest with you in some way, like, you're going to find out. Whatever it is you didn't know, you're going to find out. Whatever it is you were in the dark about, you're going to find out. Any little lie, whatever they've been keeping from you, you're going to find out. But again, this is a month for you to take back your power. Like, stop letting this person get away with murder, so to speak. You have a chance in the month of December to actually have a huge change in the relationship, a healthy change, because you have the Six of Swords. But you've got to leave behind certain emotions or, certain things from the past. You got to move on from these in order to continue to move forward, in order to stay together. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what is going on with you and your ex for the month of December. Let me go ahead and cut the deck. Aquarius and their ex for the month of December 2019. The Devil, Four of Swords, Justice, Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, Ten of Cups, the Lovers, which you did have in the first spread, Eight of Swords, and the Chariot, which you also had in the first spread. So, I feel like you do have the Devil here, so I feel like for the sign of Aquarius, like, there is still some strong negativity around you and your ex. Let's go ahead and start at the top. And the Devil can also represent the sign of Capricorn, but also just means that there could be a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of pessimism. Maybe there's been a lot of damage that has been done by your ex, because you have this message here with the Four of Swords that maybe, maybe both of you still need time apart. You need time to heal. You need time to think, because there is, something was unfair to you. You have the Justice card here. So, seeing the Devil and the Justice card, I feel like the sign of Aquarius has definitely been done wrong by your ex. For those of you where, this is what you want to know about. The Justice card can definitely represent the sign of Libra. and it can represent an apology. Now, if you're hoping for an apology, I do feel like there's waiting involved, because you have the Four of Swords here, which means that they may need time to reflect on maybe what they've done, which this is probably what we were seeing in the first spread with that kind of message of the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, all the jumping cards that you saw in the first reading when we started it. So again, if you're hoping for an apology from your ex, they do need some time to kind of sit here and meditate and think about what they've done, because I feel like there's some strong negativity around this person with the Devil being here. Now you also have in this next row, you have the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So things can still work out for you. And you have the Ten of Cups, which is a happily ever after, a very happy and fulfilling relationship, even a card of marriage. The Six of Wands, which is victory, getting past any obstacles that have been blocking you as a couple. And you do have this message here, which is, to me, the Eight of Wands is basically like a surprise. This is a very unexpected but pleasant surprise. This is something that you've been waiting for a really long time. It can also represent communication. So again, I feel like these two cards are telling you there is waiting as far as reconnecting with an ex. This all leads down to the Eight of Swords. I mean, the Eight of Swords is someone who feels trapped, someone who is in a mental prison. For some reason, your ex feels they can't come back. Maybe they feel they've done too much to hurt you. Maybe they feel like you won't take them back. Maybe they feel like there's no way to apologize or win you back. The Eight of Swords is someone who feels held back by their own fears. Now the Eight of Swords is surrounded by the Lovers on one side and the Chariot on the other. Again, the Lovers can represent the sign of Gemini, but it also just means that connection is still there. The love is still there. You still have this connection with this person. And again, the Chariot on the other side, which you also had in the first spread, the Chariot does represent victory. So for those of you where you want an ex back, you do have the Six of Wands, Minor Arcana, and the Chariot, Major Arcana, both victory cards. You can succeed in being a couple again, but for some reason I see your ex stuck, like being unable to take a step towards you, being held back by fear, especially with the Devil being the first card. There is some type of strong negativity around this person. Okay, let's get a few more cards and see what the rest of the message is. What other messages are there for Aquarius about their ex for the month of December? You've got the Four of Wands, the Strength card, and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Four of Wands is telling you again, there can be commitment. There can still be stability. This is a relationship that is strong, that is on a firm foundation. It can also be a relationship that leads to commitment, but you're being told you're going to have to be patient. So there's yet another card telling you that there is waiting involved. When it comes to Aquarius wanting to reconnect with an ex, you have to be brave. You're going to have the guts maybe to confront them. You're going to have the guts maybe to wait for them to come, to you. Because this whole, row here in the middle of the reading, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Swords tell me that there is a lot of thinking. Four of Swords, Eight of Swords. Someone is very much in their head. So you're being told here you're going to have to be brave. You also have the Nine of Pentacles telling you're going to have to do what's best for you. The Nine of Pentacles is saying put yourself first. It's a self-worth, self-love. Do not humiliate yourself in any way to get your ex back, because I do feel like they know they've done you wrong. Also, I just noticed here you've got, look at this, you've got the Eight of Wands. The Strength card is an 8. And you've also got the Eight of Swords. So that's 3 8s. To me, the 8s mean that something profound has to change. In order for you and your ex to get back together, like something, there has to be kind of a restructuring of the relationship. Like you can't just pick up where you left off and get back together. It's not going to work that way. Maybe somebody has to change the way that they're acting. We're starting with the Devil here. Maybe you have to change the way you treat each other, the way you look at each other. These 8s do mean profound change. You have to restructure the relationship. You just can't pick up where you left off and continue to move forward. Like it's not going to work that way. There has to be something profound that changes. Okay, let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. Let's see what else comes out for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Aquarius about their ex for December? Two of Pentacles. Messages for Aquarius about their ex. Three of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. So there can be happiness here when you've got the Three of Cups. This is you celebrating. This is joy, laughter. good times. There can still be, you know, that happiness with your ex. I also see possible communication here. The Page of Cups can represent someone telling you how they feel. Your ex maybe letting you know they still care. I just feel like your ex is kind of stuck. I mean, you've got the Two of Pentacles here. Everything's up in the air. I feel like because your ex has so much thinking to do, the Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords, there's a lot going on in their head. Again, this all goes back to those jumping cards I had for you. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. They need clarity. Everything's kind of up in the air now. I also feel like they have a decision to make. But I do see you being extremely happy again with the Three of Cups. There can still be a lot of joy and laughter. This is communication. Maybe them telling you they still care about you. They still love you. You're being told sit tight. Don't get angry. Don't get impatient. With the Strength card, you're going to have the guts to maybe hear them out, to forgive them. But I do see your relationship continuing to move forward and possibly an apology here. Okay, Aquarius, this has been your love reading for December 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.